Assalamu alaikum everyone. Assalamu alaikum to everyone who's watching. Today we're back with a very wonderful topic and a new incredible guest with us. So Miss Humaira Lako is here with me, who happens to be an educationist, a teacher's trainer, and a certified Montessori directress. So she has a wonderful topic that would keep you engaged throughout the session today, and we'll learn about different learning styles of the students and how can they cope up with them in their results and their progression. Over to you, Miss Humaira.
Assalamualaikum Javeria. Assalamualaikum everyone. Thank you so much, Javeria, for inviting me over here and asking me to share my experience with you people. And I'm very happy, very glad to meet you that people like you are very excited and they are working for betterment of the teachers. See, these
You.
trainings, these type of awareness is something we should be acknowledging, and young people like you
Great.
are over here, and this makes us very happy that
Thank you
yes,
so much.
we all should be very positive about things. That yes, our new generation, our youth is going to have a better education. Okay,
Thank you so much.
and thank you for the introduction also.
You're
Acha, coming
welcome.
back to the topic, we are not going to go in other stuff, unnecessary stuff. We're going to directly jump into our topic. Acha, Javeri, I'll
Absolutely.
ask you a few questions. What
Sure,
is
sure.
learning for you?
Well, learning for me is like a process when we tend to, remember something out of school or any institute. Like it's not necessarily what we learn at, a particular institute or like from a book, but or whatever our teacher told us. But even then when we're like done with that place, even after ages, if you're able to incorporate that thing in our life practically and with some real life examples, so that I would consider as a learning.
Okay,
Am I
and
right? Yeah.
what do you prefer? Which is some catchy, like you are good at visualizing, or for you, audio is very catchy, or if
Mm-hmm.
you are reading something that inspire you, you try to remember.
Okay, so basically, see, ever since I was a tiny kid, I was very much into books and like reading, right? So, and also being a literature person my own self, and being an English educator throughout. So, I believe reading is something that grasps, my attention more. Like it depends how the book is written or how the author is trying to communicate through the wonderful, narrative that has figurative language in it. So reading appeals to the senses if it's written beautifully again, but audio does as well. Like sometimes it's a correlation between the audio and the book. Like you're having some audio
Hmm.
booklet in your ears going on, and you're having a text over there and you're reading it. So I like enjoy almost everything. Yeah.
That's great. What about others? Do you
Hmm.
have any experience? You must have taken some classes, students. Do you think all the students go with the same pattern, the same learning styles?
No, not really, because we have a wide variety of students sitting in our classrooms, including from the like rising stars and the ones who are like super sharp, mashallah, and then again we have a like mediocre range over there. So it depends. I mean, learning is a process that varies from child to child, and everybody has their own I mean ability and skill set as to how do they adapt to something according to their own cognitive development.
It means you made my things very clear. So it means the
Yep,
process, the learning process varies from child to child, from a
absolutely.
person to person. Like for me, when I'm reading anything or seeing anything, I catch it very quickly.
Wow.
Okay, I'm a visualizer person. I visualize very nicely.
Same.
For me, this is something very easy learning. In this way, you said that you have some portion of reading also with you. You are easy with tutorials also.
Audios
See,
as well.
this goes with everyone, even with our
Absolutely.
teenagers, with adults, with our small kids, everyone.
Hmm.
So we have different styles of learning. We have different styles of learning. And what do you think? What could be importance? How important it is to know the different styles? Because most of us don't even know about these styles.
Very
How
true.
how can it be
Hmm.
useful for us as an educationist?
See, what I believe personally is that, like you see, if the students are actually having a difficulty in coping up with any single, style of learning, that is when like an active educator can easily assess कि okay, मतलब बच्चे के साथ कोई problem है, right? Because the point is that not every child would be comfortable with everything, and
Mm.
definitely while we
Actually,
assess,
yes,
the assessment of learning that takes place in the classroom while the teacher is conducting a lesson, we automatically grasp if we're active enough कि किसकी attention जा रही है या किसका concentration span खराब हो रहा है, so उससे we understand.
exactly. And that all depends on the learning style. Suppose if
Definitely.
I am not at all interested in, suppose, in reading some material or in lectures, then do you think I'll be very attentive in the class? Do you think like this?
Not
I don't
really,
like lecture.
definitely, yeah. Hmm.
And if I'm a pictorial person, I'm very good at picking up the things in the form of visual. Then definitely I'll say, oh, I know this, I can do it.
Yeah, your
So
attention would divert.
in our class,
Exactly.
in our classrooms also, this happens. This is something very
Very true.
normal.
Hmm.
We have
Absolutely.
different students and we have, but as a teacher, we have to cater everyone. We have to
Hmm.
bring them on board. Everyone should be with us. We have to carry them. We are the leaders of the class, isn't it?
Yeah,
So the knowing the different styles of learning of our children, knowing their needs, is the most essential thing for a teacher. Because
totally agree.
if we know, we will be able to plan out things accordingly.
Accordingly, yes.
Accordingly. So when we know how many students can learn from the visual, from the audio, from the reading and writing material, uh, we will be able to plan things accordingly, and our objective is going to be achieved. Our children are
Achieve,
going to
right.
be interested. They are going to, we don't have to burdenize them. We don't have to pressurize them. They are going to be with us with a fun loving club. Don't you think this?
Definitely, and of course, this also tends to develop a certain like level of love or like inclination of the
Bonding,
subject,
bonding,
of that
bonding.
subject also,
Exactly.
in that student, because एक तो टीचर के साथ तो rapport और bonding develop होता है कि यार
Yes.
कितने अच्छे से पढ़ाया कि I got glued to that particular thing, and they wish for that class to happen more and more, and also for that particular subject, you see, because एक होता है ना कि अगर उसको interest ही develop नहीं हो रहा तो the child
Mhm.
is more likely to move here and there, besides actually just
Exactly.
sticking to that thing.
And the object of the teacher का objective क्या होता है? कि all the students should be able to understand the lesson,
Understand the lesson.
achieve the objectives, complete the assessment. यही हमारा object होता है ना? और वो we
Because
have to figure out how to do it. Okay, because we are going to face such problems every, not problems. This is something normalized.
a
We
challenge,
are going to
yes,
have
very normal.
students of all levels, all different learning styles in the class. This is our prime duty to figure out that if in my class I have visually students, I have many visually, then I should frame out the lesson plans in such a way that it will be convenient for everyone. And one more thing, like you said that you can also work with the audio, visuals, reading, writing.
Yeah.
So it means it doesn't mean that I am a visualized person, so I'll only work with visuals. That's it. I will not even read. I don't like. It's not like that.
Yeah,
We have
definitely.
certain portion of it. It all
Hmm.
depends on how much percentage we are carrying. Okay. Before we move to the we discuss this in detail. Let's just share some video with them.
Sure. So now I'm going to put the video on the
Okay?
screen, which actually tells
Yeah.
about this
And then
topic
we'll
in
have a detailed
further detail.
discussion regarding that.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So
I hope
just let
everyone
me
is
know
going
when
to
my
like it and
screen is,
understand, and then for the
visible.
details.
Yep. So just let me know when my screen is like
Mhm.
visible to you. I've put it on share. Can you see my screen? Is the video on the screen now?
Uh, no, I can't.
You can't see it? Oh,
No,
let
it's
me just
not.
try once. Let me just try once more. Okay, now I believe it might
Hello,
be there. Okay.
Serena.
Yeah.
How are you?
Is it there?
I'm
The
responding to
video?
the chat.
Yeah, yeah, but is
No,
the
it's
video
not.
there
Still
now?
not here.
It's still not. It's
I
showing me
can't
that it
see it.
is. Maybe know from the audience if they're able to see the video because it would help us. Just let me see
Okay,
one
what
thing.
about you people? Okay, now.
Okay,
Yes, yes, yes.
now it is, right? Is it there, the video
Just play it and
now? Hmm.
yes.
Okay. So let's start here. Why is it not playing now?
Uh, it's going to be for a while. Okay.
I think it's hung up or something. It's not playing. Let's just introduce the first, learning style, and then I'll just
Okay,
like in the
okay.
meanwhile just see if it starts
We
playing.
just
Yeah.
figure out. Okay, there are basically four learning styles. Okay. The first one is visual. If we go, visual means everything which you see and you memorize. Anything you can read from the uh, anything which you can read, and it can continue with the flashcards, videos, drawings, anything, illusions, anything which is catchy for the learner, and that learner learns quickly from that. Okay. The second learning style we have is auditory. Auditory means audio. We listen, we discuss, we go with the talking material. Suppose I am giving instructions. Instructions are already mentioned in my paper. But most of the students still fail to understand
Yeah,
because they are
definitely.
more into uh, auditory learners, and they want somebody to make the instructions clear enough. So for them, reading out the instructions is more attractive and more catchy. The third form we'll come to is read and write. They are usually into getting notes, uh, trying to figure out, write down the material, and they are good at reading books. They catch the things very easily. The fourth is kinesthetic
The
learners. Now,
audio. I
though
think
these
your
learners
sound is stuck or something. I can't. I can't hear you.
are, is it better now, Javeria?
No.
What about audience? Are you people listening to me? Or, okay.
Second.
Hello,
Okay, let me
Sabina.
just try to share the screen once more. I'll just try to share it. Perhaps if the
Uh-huh.
video plays at that time, then we can
Okay.
move on to that.
Are you people also listening? Or you can't hear me? Javeria, can you hear me?
No, no, it's not letting me. Okay,
I can hear you very clearly.
I don't know
I
what's
can hear
suddenly
you
wrong
very
with that.
clearly, Javeria.
Okay, I'll check it more.
Okay, these
Okay,
all
so
four
finally,
styles,
I believe it's
they,
now on share. Can you see the video now? Was the video on the screen?
no, it's not on the screen right now. Yes, yes, I can see my video. Yes.
Is it now? Okay.
Are you able to
Here's
play?
Jonathan studying for a test. And studying, and studying, and studying. And here he is getting his test results. All that studying, and he still got an F. Why? The thing is, there's no one right way to study. Some methods might work great for one person and not all for others. Everybody learns differently. In order to find a study method that's best for you, it's important to know your learning style. The 4 most popular learning styles are visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic, or hands-on. For most people, one of these methods will work best, but it's also possible for a combination of different styles to be effective. To discover your learning style, you can complete an online assessment. There's a wide variety of them available, consisting of multiple choice questions. However, you can also observe yourself and your previous learning experiences to get an idea of how you learn best. Let's circle back to Jonathan. When he's in class and his teacher is lecturing, he gets distracted pretty easily. Words tend to go in one ear and out the other. But when his teacher starts using visuals, Jonathan finds it easier to focus and understand the material. So he might be a visual learner. Now think about your history. How have you enjoyed learning in the past? Do you prefer watching over listening? Do you enjoy reading instead? Or maybe you learn best by doing, with hands-on experience. If none of these seem to grab you, give them each a try and see which one you tend to drift towards. Each learning style has its own study methods that work best with it. Let's take a look at how Jonathan and a few of his classmates study. As a visual learner, Jonathan finds it helpful to color code his notes. He finds it helps him to organize information and internalize it better. He also creates diagrams while studying, finding that they help him to better understand certain structures and ideas. Jonathan watches videos too, finding them helpful for extra information. Ruby is more of an auditory learner. She likes to study in a group and discuss the material with others. Sometimes she'll read her notes out loud because it helps her to hear what she's studying. In some classes, Ruby will record the lecture, with her teacher's permission, of course, so that she can go back and listen to it later. Terrell finds that he learns best by reading and writing. He takes substantial notes during class and reads over them often. When he's trying to memorize something, he'll often write it out. He also makes sure to read and reread any materials his teacher has assigned the class. Raya is a kinesthetic learner. She's got a lot of energy and likes doing things. Labs and hands-on activities help to understand certain ideas and topics. Sometimes she'll review her material while she's walking around. She also likes to take breaks in order to release some of her energy, when she returns to sleep. All 4 of these students are studying the same material, but they're doing so in different ways. Now, that doesn't guarantee that they'll all get grades. By determining their learning style and finding study methods that work for them, they just might find themselves getting better results.
GCF Global. Creating opportunities for a better life.
So,
Okay. So, am I audible
did
now?
you like the video? Yes, you are. Am I audible?
But I'm
Can you hear
able
me?
to hear you. I'm just not able to understand. Why? Okay. Can you say something now?
Yes, why not? I'm here to share my experiences.
Okay. Yeah. Finally, now I heard you. I was just actually saying that so I could hear you, no, because now I'm able to hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Did you like the video?
I personally loved it because that little Jonathan whose experience was shared throughout. So we actually saw that how was he able to basically like not able to understand his teacher in the very start, but he used to learn and learn all the time, like you can say continuously in a very like rigorous manner. But then once he developed the idea of learning through a visual, like audio visual aid or maybe some visuals in the classroom, then he like maybe got his level of understanding or learning like more better. That okay, this is the strategy that would help him out in becoming a better student. And then I just the best part of the video that I found was that when he got like a better result, जब वो आखिर में जा करके उसका रिजल्ट इम्प्रूव होता है ना फ्रॉम सी टू ए so that was something I think that would be the best outcome of these learning methods.
And that's the story in each of our class. of our system. Everywhere we have different students with different learning styles. We just have to find out and we have to plan accordingly. Uh, I can't hear you properly, Javeria.
I'm just nodding. I'm actually, yeah, listening to you. Please continue. Am I audible now?
Yes,
Hmm. Okay.
yes, you are clear enough. So this is the main topic. Let me just share something else with you, some other thing. If you have noticed, being a English language teacher, there are few students who are very quiet. They want to learn, but they are unable to express themselves. Uh, we have to find out. We have to go back in our past. We have to find out by ourselves that have we planned the things according to their needs, according to their learning styles,
Very
why they
true.
are not into the discussion. Uh, one like I have many students with me whom have completed their studies, but still they are struggling to speak proper English. Although, as far as our education system is concerned, we have almost more than six subjects in English,
Yes.
and it is one of the compulsory subjects everywhere. Then
Yeah.
why our students have to suffer? Why they are still struggling? Have we ever noticed this thing?
Very true. It's see because
Because
it's
we
all
were
about the
unable,
strategies as
and
to how are they, how are the
we have
strategies being
failed.
incorporated in the classroom, right? Yes.
Yes, we have miserably failed because we are unable to provide them the
Understood.
platform, the environment which made things
Absolutely.
easier for them. Unfortunately, unluckily, we made things difficult for them. They wanted to learn.
Very true.
Particularly, I'm talking about English because I am related to the English language subject. So
Same.
I
Very
think
true.
you must be also familiar with, and you must be having same experience that our children
A
are
lot.
suffering only because they were not being catered, they were not being given the chance. Opportunities were not there. There are lots of
How to
ways
explore their
you can
interest.
get
Very true.
from the beginning. It's not the Montessori only. We just provide them flashcards.
Very true.
Acha,
Yeah, I agree.
one more thing. Suppose if we are giving them flashcard, okay, Javeria might be learning through looking at the pictures, and I
Yeah.
might be carrying my flashcard with me and saying, "Oh, this is mango." Okay,
Yeah.
mango. I use the word. It means I read it. Okay, audio. Then I'm
Yes.
carrying out the mango from my. I'm just carrying out the mango and showing it to my friends.
Classmates and friends. Yes.
Just physically, I'm implementing that thing, and then I'm writing an essay on it, or maybe I'm writing something. It's yellow. This is just a simple example. It
Very
means
true.
it will carry out. It will develop step by step. In the end, we can have discussion also. If we adopt all learning styles, if we make part of our lesson plan, surely it will help our students to develop their skills, their creative skills,
Also, I have a
their
tiny experience
problem
too.
solving.
You're saying something. Sorry, your video got stuck.
Sorry,
So, your
beg your
video
pardon,
got
I
stuck
couldn't hear.
actually. So, yeah, I was saying I have a tiny experience to incorporate over here. Like, you just mentioned a few minutes back that English educators actually face
Mhm,
this thing a lot because it's like there are a lot of subjects that are in English, right? So, I still remember like back in the day when I used to, teach this novel Robinson Crusoe to the middle schoolers. So at that time they were pretty
mhm,
young for that, huge classical novel, because obviously if you talk about Daniel Defoe, he's a very famous and like canonical writer, one of the canonical writers. So not all students of that young age group are able to like digest such a heavy novel of like hundreds of pages. सो जब उस नॉवल को हमने अपना लर्निंग टीचिंग स्टाइल चेंज किया और हमने पीबीएल एक्टिविटी के अंदर इनकॉर्पोरेट करके उसको हमने चंक्स में ब्रेक किया ना, कि वी लाइक डिवाइडेड द स्टूडेंट्स इनटू ग्रुप्स एंड वी लाइक आई मीन gave each group a certain chapter or two to like practice, and they came up with their own like ideas regarding that, or everybody played a different character from that particular chapter. तो इस तरीके से their learning horizon became more broad. ये चीज मैंने बहुत फील की कि जो चीजों को
Exactly.
खाली अगर हम पढ़ा रहे थे when I was teaching and making pointers, not all of them were getting it, only a few ones were doing that. But when the PBL got incorporated, like everybody enjoyed thoroughly, even the slow learners, rising stars.
And this goes for every subject. This can be worked with every subject.
Very
See,
true.
English is particularly like for grammar, we just have to go with practically. We don't
Yeah.
need to, we just explain them after practically. After
Hmm.
practically completing our explanation, then we have to go with theory. We cannot tell them this is noun or this is proverb or something. We have to go with the, like you said about novel. You went with the role play,
Yeah.
right? And it was
Yes, Rohit.
interesting for everyone.
Hmm.
And they
Even the
must
ones who were
be
not
very
willing to
happy
touch
also.
the novel actually started loving it. And they were like, can we do that again? Can we do that again? Matlab, they were so excited about it. So it actually changes
So
the
all
entire
these
aura of the
learning
classroom.
styles,
Yes.
all these learning styles will help the teacher and help the student. And
Yeah,
our
right.
work is going to be completed, our task is going
Easy.
to be completed within no time.
Hmm.
And besides that, we will have lots of other benefits also. You know that
Hmm.
21 century skills. Now we cannot go with the teacher centered classes. We have to go with the student centered classes. And
Hmm.
when we are ready to adopt that thing, then we have to consider our students first.
Very
We
true.
have to listen to them. We have to first think about them. If I am good at giving lectures, and my students are not ready to take that, because nowadays students have become very smarter,
And they're
isn't
tech
it?
smart. They're more into technology, right? They're tech smart because they're born in this era. They don't love going through huge stash of books like we did at a point. They'll always want something very precise and very catchy, and I mean colorful at the
Precise,
same time
and
that can
they
keep
want
them hooked.
exactly interesting, with some
Yes.
interesting learning. And if you give them the old pattern, old school of thought,
Old
if you
methodologies,
carry
the
out with that,
orthodox.
they will
Yes.
just say, we know it, everything. We know it, teacher. Don't worry, we know it. We have already known this thing. And that is
Yes.
the main reason that we have lost the interesting classes. And those teachers which are able to conduct interesting classes, then just go and check the
According to
level
the
of the
21st
student.
century skills, incorporating all
Yes,
of that is
the
required in this.
productivity, the achievement, the creativity, everything comes in their
Yes.
class. Only because of the lesson plan, only because they are becoming, they are trying to
Hybrid
plan
learning
the
plays a
lesson
very
wisely.
important role, right, in this. I mean, because until and unless we don't incorporate or employ technology in our classrooms, then the students we just don't find them like engaging enough. So I have a question over here actually. Like since mashallah you've got a like huge experience of 22 years or I believe above, right? So could you please like narrate some examples for us, or like an example or two, that a very potential one that helped you discover the like I mean main learning style of a student who used to lack in learning at a particular point, and all of a sudden that particular child developed the interest in that subject. So how did you actually cope up with that, like in your practical classroom?
See, practically, when this usually you know that when you are a subject teacher, you are given certain grades. And if you know what learning styles or how to plan wisely, but previously the child has not been able to discover himself, or the child does not know, or even the teacher does not know the learning style of herself or the children. See, it depends. Even sometimes children, teachers are unaware how they are going to learn.
Very
It's
true.
something which deals with awareness. If I am not sure that, oh yes, learning style भी होते हैं, मुझे तो पता ही नहीं था मेरा learning style क्या है. How she is going to deliver to the students? वो किस तरह बच्चों के लिए planning करेगी जब मुझे ही पता नहीं है? So
बिल्कुल
this has
सही.
happened many times. मैं बहुत सी, क्योंकि यूजुअली आवर सिस्टम हमारे में ग्रेड्स की होती हैं टीचर्स. इफ somebody प्राइमरी की होता है, सेकेंडरी की होता है, बच्चा जब पीछे से लैकिंग कर रहा होता है तो इट बिकम्स वेरी
Absolutely.
डिफिकल्ट. But
I
then,
strongly agree with that.
if you are a sensible and mature enough to,
Hmm.
this is the point where you have to find out, discover the students
Find
from
out,
the very
discover.
beginning. And it has happened with most of the teachers, those who work accordingly. I won't say that it will just, the child will jump out into getting good scores, and also no, slowly, because
Definitely,
बच्चे का
gradually things
इंटरेस्ट
happen.
लूज हो चुका है.
बिल्कुल
बच्चे का इंटरेस्ट तो लूज हो चुका है क्योंकि
हो चुका
प्रीवियसली
है.
उसको किसी ने कैटर नहीं किया था, एंड
हम्म.
ही थिंक्स साइंस और उर्दू इज द मोस्ट बोरिंग सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द यूनिवर्स.
हम्म.
ठीक है, बिकॉज नाउ डेज यू मस्ट बी अवेयर दैट हमारे यहाँ उर्दू का थोड़ा ट्रेंड निकला है कि उर्दू इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ना बाबा ना, उर्दू बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, हमें नहीं आता.
वो
एंड
अलग
लेट
बात
मी
है
शेयर
कि
माय
अंग्रेजी भी गुलाबी होती है, बट देन अगेन दे हैप्पी
गुलाबी
विद
होती है.
देम.
My 6 year daughter, 6 year daughter, when she works on her homework, कहती है मुझे उर्दू नहीं करना. And I am like surprised
स्टन्ड या
that what's
व्हाई.
wrong with Urdu. So if we adopt such learning styles from the very beginning, that will be easier for everyone. But still, being an experienced teacher, जिस तरह हमें experience होता है, it's never too late. Problems होते हैं, बच्चा develop नहीं करता. But in like say you said about novels, in Urdu also we have शायरी, we have nazams,
बिल्कुल
uh,
राइट.
role plays होते हैं, गालिब वगैरह. अगर हम उसको पोर्ट्रेट करें बच्चों के सामने विजुअल के उसमें, तो डेफिनेटली दे विल स्टार्ट लाइकिंग इट इन अ फन वे. अब जरूरत तो नहीं है वो
बिल्कुल.
उसको सीरियस लें, लेकिन सीरियस नहीं लेंगे वो. हो सकता है आज के जो, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड मैं बताऊं, बच्चे बहुत उसका फन भी करेंगे, उसका मजाक भी उड़ाएंगे, लेकिन दैट थिंग विल बी स्टक in their mind कि
At least
हाँ
they'll
गालिब.
enjoy, and because of that enjoyment they'll be able to remember some bits and pieces of it. तो कहीं ना कहीं तो उनको वो चीज पे काम आएगी ना, कि लाइक जब उन्होंने कोई लर्निंग की थी, अगेन दैट थिंग वुड कम इन वेयर आई सेड इन द स्टार्ट, व्हाट आई सेड इन द स्टार्ट, के अगर लर्निंग इज समथिंग दैट आल्सो टेक्स प्लेस आउट ऑफ द क्लासरूम, के जब आपने एक बार पढ़ तो लिया क्लास में, बट हाउ मच डू यू रिमेंबर एट द एंड ऑफ द डे when you don't have any educator around you or maybe any book around you. So role plays, I totally agree.
It reminds me of one of my experience.
Mhm.
There are many experiences, but अभी वो बच्चा याद आ गया मुझे. एक बच्चा था, बड़ा अनोइंग था हमारे लिए, सबके लिए. कहना भी नहीं चाहिए, इट्स क्राइम किसी
सही
के
बात
लिए,
है.
लेकिन बहुत
डिफरेंट.
डिस्टर्ब करता था, बहुत डिस्टर्ब करता था. और वो हमारा टीचर्स का एक पैटर्न होता है कि वी हैव टू कंप्लीट द टास्क, ऑब्जेक्टिव्स अचीव करने हैं. उसको समझ नहीं आता था. बट यूजुअली जो हमारे इवेंट्स होते हैं, फेस्टिवल्स होते हैं, टैलेंट हंट होते हैं, इस तरह के एनुअल फंक्शंस होते थे. एंड दैट बॉय, उसने एक पार्टिसिपेट किया था. उसकी इस डिस्ट्रैक्शन की वजह से थोड़ा सा नॉटी भी था, तो हम अवॉइड करते थे. तो इतना अवॉइड करते थे कि इनफैक्ट वी यूज्ड टू चेंज सेक्शन. जस्ट इमेजिन द लेवल ऑफ डिस्ट्रैक्शन. सेक्शन चेंज करते थे कि पेरेंट्स भी सेटिस्फाई रहे, टीचर भी थोड़ा रिलैक्स हो जाए. लेकिन जब फंक्शन हुआ ना, he really rocked the floor. मतलब he was so good in
सारे ब्राउनी पॉइंट्स
performance,
उसने वहां कमा लिए.
everything. And that was the moment he developed a good bonding with the teachers. वो जो
Absolutely, because they
respect थी
got to see his
behavior
potential.
potential, yes, we didn't figure out. It was our mistake, not his,
Definitely, definitely, yes.
because maybe we were just following the old
Too
patterns.
busy, yes. Hmm.
एग्जैक्टली. तो वो मैं इसी चीज को कहती हूँ, बात छोटा सा टॉपिक होता है लेकिन उसमें बहुत सी चीजें इंटरलिंक्ड होती हैं. उसमें आपकी टीचर की अवेयरनेस लिंक्ड होती है कि यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. इसके बाद आपकी एक्सेप्टेंस कि यू वांट टू डू इट. सपोज आई एम लिसनिंग टू यू अबाउट दीज 4, अच्छा ठीक है, 4 लर्निंग स्टाइल्स, आई नो इट.
Hmm.
वो तब तक यूजफुल नहीं होगा जब तक आप
जब
उसका
तक आप
इम्प्लीमेंट तो
एम्प्लॉय
करो.
नहीं करोगे
उसमें
बच्चों
लिखत
पे.
लाए
वेरी ट्रू. ओवर
कोई
हियर.
फायदा ही नहीं होता. सी, द टॉपिक इज वेरी स्मॉल एंड लिमिटेड. ये आप डेफिनेशंस भी पढ़ सकती हैं. इट्स वेरी सिंपल.
बिल्कुल।
इसको हम इस तरह डिफाइन करेंगे कि उसकी जो फ्रेम आउट है ना, दैट इज
हम्म।
वेरी डिफिकल्ट. एक्सेप्टेंस होनी चाहिए टीचर में. इफ आई हैव अंडरस्टूड द टॉपिक और द आई हैव गॉट द अवेयरनेस, तो एटलीस्ट मैं इम्प्लीमेंट करके उसके रिस्पॉन्सेस तो कलेक्ट करूं.
बिल्कुल।
एंड इट्स नेवर इजी. आई एम टेलिंग यू, इतना इजी नहीं होता कि आप फौरन से
बिल्कुल।
चारों सब बच्चों को फाइंड आउट के हु इज गुड
हम्म।
एट रीडिंग. इट्स नॉट. यू
It's a
हैव टू
tedious
फोकस.
process. It's a tedious process. Time लगेगा, effort लगेगा. But then again, I believe that is the whole essence of being an educator, a passionate educator, right?
Yes.
That we don't give up. हम give up नहीं करते. So what if it's difficult? It's not impossible, at least, right? So we can work on such things. And here it also
And
reminds me of.
Javeria, one more thing.
Mhm.
Javeria, I just want to add one more thing that mostly
Mhm.
most of us are aware of this thing. I usually pick up very small and minor topics and very easy ones because, as per my experience, what I have experienced in the schools, that still teachers are not aware of such
Absolutely.
topics or such strategies because they think, okay, I know it. Unless you go for it seriously, you discover the benefits of getting your students, catering all the students. You won't
Hmm.
you won't understand. You will not go for it.
और
आप
plus,
एक
you know
दफा
what? I
करोगे,
would like to
आपको
add
जब
like.
उसकी.
Mhm. Think you're stuck. Okay. I would like to add one thing to your point over here that you see that most of the teachers are the ones who actually are not even like passionate from the within, because see, as they say that teachers are born not made. मतलब हमारे यहाँ जो अक्सरियत का जो दिमाग है ना, जो माइंडसेट है, मेंटल मेकअप है, उनको लगता है कि भाई 4 वर्कशॉप्स ले ली, 2-4 डिग्रियां पकड़ ली एंड यू आर गुड टू गो विद टीचिंग. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट. ठीक है, दोस थिंग्स हैव देयर ओन इंपॉर्टेंस, दे आर वेरी मच ट्रू, बट अगेन you have to have that fire, that that fuel, that flare from the within. बिकॉज जब तक टीचर खुद एक अंदर से वो पैशन ड्रिवन और करियर ओरिएंटेड नहीं होगा, तो वो इतने ज्यादा शौक के साथ इन चीजों को, इन स्टाइल्स पे कभी भी काम नहीं करेगा क्लास के अंदर. Because majority comes in the classroom just to finish a particular course of like curriculum, a particular syllabus outline, और बस उनको होता है हमने काम दिया और हम पीरियड ऑफ हो हम भागें. मतलब दैट इज देयर मेन एजेंडा. एंड उनके अपने बच्चों के साथ भी तो यही हो रहा होता है ना. दे आर टू टायर्ड आफ्टर स्कूल, उनको ट्यूशन भेज देते
Exactly.
हैं. The tuition wali fails to again understand the cognitive development of the bacha, and she's not able to work on him her. तो अगेन फिर वो एलिवेट करने के बजाय प्रोग्रेस डिक्लाइन होती है.
In this
तो
regard, Javeria, in this regard, we have to understand this thing that most of the teachers, they are coming with this profession, they take it for granted.
वेरी ट्रू.
Teaching
एब्सोल्युटली.
is a very difficult
A
profession
very
and very
challenging, very serious
responsible,
one.
challenging
बहुत.
one.
Hmm.
It's responsible one. You are dealing with child's future.
Future, absolutely.
For me, my child is very important. Very,
Hmm.
very important. I cannot let it go. If there's a mistake from the teacher's hand, I will not let it go because for me, my child, his or her future is important. So
Very true.
over here, our teachers basically, I have also seen most of the teachers going only with the certification. That is also the trending in our culture, education culture. But
Hmm.
Alhamdulillah, due to these kind of awareness seminars, workshops, we have to go more for it. The more we are into webinars, online sessions, the more awareness.
Very true.
We have to realize that this is a very noble profession. We don't have to just say it. We have to realize this
We
thing.
have to feel it,
And
take
those
it as
who
a
are coming,
responsibility. Hmm.
those who want to adopt this profession, just be very clear. It's a challenging job.
Hmm. And
And
fair to it.
nowadays, yes, at least be very fair with it. And you
Hmm.
have to accept these challenges. You have to develop yourself. You're professionally growing. It's very important. You cannot
Very
just
true.
go in the class nowadays. Now you cannot go in the class and complete your lectures from the book. Children already know about it.
And plus पता
They
है.
already know. They have already.
एक चीज मुझे जो बहुत बॉदर करती है ना,
Mhm.
टू बी ऑनेस्ट, आई मीन आई एम सेइंग इट ऑन अ लाइव स्ट्रीम, बट इट इज व्हाट इट इज, राइट? सो वन थिंग दैट बॉदर्स मी अ लॉट इज दैट अ लॉट ऑफ एजुकेटर्स, आई हैव सीन दिस थिंग लाइक ऑलमोस्ट ऑन एवरी अदर एजुकेशनल प्लेटफॉर्म या एनी अदर पर्सन हु आई मीट इन रियल लाइफ, कि एक बंदा 10-10 8-8 सब्जेक्ट की महारत को क्लेम कर रहा होता है. लाइक डूड, हाउ? दैट इज नॉट ह्यूमनली पॉसिबल. मतलब नहीं, आप इतने चीते
Is it
नहीं हो
possible,
सकते.
Javeria? Tell
आप
me.
आप ये नहीं कह सकते कि मुझे मैथ भी आती है, अंग्रेजी भी
We
आती है,
cannot be
हिस्ट्री भी आती
expert
है,
in
ज्योग्राफी
even
भी
one
आता है.
particular subject. देखो जवेरिया, we cannot be even, हम ये भी claim नहीं कर सकते कि I'm बहुत expert हूँ इस चीज में. How can you be? हर
मतलब
चीज ट्रेंड के
एक हक
साथ
अदा
चेंज
जब
हो
तक
रही
नहीं
है.
होता यार मुकम्मल एक चीज का, हाउ कैन वन से कि मुझे उसमें मुकम्मल अबूर हासिल है. मतलब दो सम्स अगर आपको मैथ में एक सर्टन टॉपिक कराना आता है, या ज्योग्राफी की अगर 2-4 डेफिनेशंस आती हैं, या हिस्ट्री में आपने बच्चे को रट्टा लगवा लिया, हिस्ट्री बता के इंग्लिश के टेंसेस करवा लिए, इसका मतलब ये थोड़ी है कि यू नो एवरीथिंग ऑन द प्लेनेट ना. मतलब एक होता है ना कि एक चीज का हक अदा हो प्रॉपर तरीके से, तो उसके बाद टीचर स्ट्रैटेजी भी समझेगा ना. दैट इज समथिंग ऑन अ नेक्स्ट लेवल. वो तो बेचारा खुद इतना डॉज कर रहे होते हैं बहुत सारे टीचर्स, तो सारे
सबसे
सब्जेक्ट
पहले
लेके.
देखिए, इसका मतलब यही है कि हम टीचिंग को फॉर ग्रांटेड लेते हैं. हम समझते
बिल्कुल
हैं कि क्योंकि हमने जैसे पढ़ा हम पढ़ा लेंगे. इट्स नॉट लाइक
हकीकत.
दैट.
या
नाउअडेज टीचिंग में जो डिफरेंट डायमेंशंस आ रही हैं, आपको भी पता है. यू मस्ट बी वेल अवेयर.
या
आप अपने आप को अपडेटेड नहीं करेंगे तो यू विल बी
बिल्कुल,
लेफ्ट नोवेयर.
यू विल बी लेफ्ट बिहाइंड.
आप कहीं भी
एब्सोल्युटली
नहीं रह सकते.
ऐसा ही है, ऐसा ही है.
इफ यू आर नॉट, आपको ये नॉलेज नहीं है तो आप पास ऑन कैसे करोगे
कैसे
नॉलेज?
करोगे? बिल्कुल.
यू आर द लीडर. एक्चुअली वी आर द लीडर. हम तो
हम्म.
लीडर्स है ना. हमें देखकर ही दूसरे बच्चे लीडर बनेंगे ना.
बिल्कुल
रोल मॉडल हम लोग हैं. लीडर्स हम हैं. क्लास में अपने लीडर्स तो हम ही हैं. और
बिल्कुल
हमारा काम है बच्चों को लीडर बनाना. लेकिन उसके लिए हमें भी तो स्किलफुल होना चाहिए.
होना चाहिए.
और
बिल्कुल
ये कोई लर्निंग्स, देखिए छोटी सी बात है. अब आई डोंट नो जवेरिया, बट आई हैव एक्सपीरियंस मेनी टीचर्स डोंट फॉलो दीज लर्निंग स्टाइल्स. वो एक ही स्टाइल से पढ़ाती है जो उनका अपना स्टाइल होता है. और अनफॉर्चुनेटली उसको पता ही नहीं होता उनका स्टाइल कौन सा
हकीकत.
है. और वो एक ही स्टाइल से फिर हमें प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. क्लास मैनेजमेंट का मसला हो रहा है. ओ माय
या,
गॉड, इतना
या फिर
नॉइजी
पता है ये
क्लास हो
वाला
रही
सीन
है.
होता है कि
बच्चों को
अगर उनको
इंटरेस्ट क्यों
लगता
नहीं
है,
है? आजकल के बच्चे बोर हो गए हैं.
या अगर उनको लगता है कि एक लेट्स से एक स्ट्रैटेजी या एक स्टाइल अगर किसी एक बच्चे पे काम कर गया, तो अब वो सारी दुनिया को उसी सेम मेजरमेंट स्केल पे मतलब करना शुरू कर देते हैं मेजर. तो दैट्स नॉट हाउ इट वर्क्स, राइट. मतलब वन थिंग दैट माइट वन वर्क फॉर वन पर्टिकुलर चाइल्ड माइट नॉट वर्क फॉर द अदर वन, because then again everybody has a different attention span, a different ability, different skill set. अलग पसंद नापसंद होती है ना सब्जेक्ट्स को लेकर भी. मुझे तो यहाँ सारी वो
This
हॉन्टिंग वाइब्स याद आ
reminds
जाती है
me,
मैथ्स की.
let me just share one more example.
श्योर श्योर.
जैसे एक मदर होती है, ठीक है,
हम्म.
माशाल्लाह उसके 3-4 बच्चे होते हैं. तो कोई
या
बोलेगा मुझे फ्राइज चाहिए, मेरा फ्राइज का मूड है. कोई
बिल्कुल.
बोलेगा कि आई वांट सम बिरयानी.
हम्म.
तो मदर क्या करती है, उनको सेटिस्फाई करती है ना. दिस
या
इज हर वन ऑफ द टास्क. क्योंकि
यस.
अगर एक बच्चा भी नाराज हो जाता है, जनरली दिस इज समथिंग वेरी कॉमन एग्जांपल. हम लोग फौरन भागे
राइट.
हुए जाते हैं और कहते हैं सबको सेटिस्फाई करें, नेवर माइंड.
या
I'll cook fries for her. I'll make biryani for her. और
या
उसके बेटे के लिए मैंने कुछ कढ़ाई मंगवा ली. This is my foremost duty, right? I'm a mother. My work is to satisfy my children. The
चिल्ड्रन.
same goes for the teacher also. You
स्टूडेंट्स
own
बिल्कुल.
those students. आप own करो
या
अपने बच्चों को. उनके
बिल्कुल
पहले पसंद नापसंद, उनके तरीकों को डिस्कवर
समझें.
करो.
बिल्कुल.
डिस्कवर करने के बाद,
हम्म.
अंडरस्टैंड करने के बाद, आप उसके अकॉर्डिंगली प्लान करो लेसन. एंड
बिल्कुल.
फिर उसके रिस्पॉन्सेस को आप गैदर करके अपना खुद आप मॉनिटरिंग करो, फॉलो अप लो कि
हम्म.
वेयर आई एम स्टैंडिंग, व्हाट चेंजेस शुड आई मेक.
शुड आई मेक एंड व्हाट शुड
दैट
बी
इज द
डन. यस.
ultimate solution for your problems. For class management, आप देखो जब बच्चा इंटरेस्टिंग किसी सब्जेक्ट में इंटरेस्ट ले रहा होता है, वो क्लास जो होती है ना, एक ऑसम क्लास बन जाती है.
अलग ही
उसमें
हो रहा
अचीवमेंट
होता है
भी
ना.
हो रही
इट्स
होती है,
इट्स अ
क्रिएटिविटी
डिफरेंट
भी हो
वाइब.
रही होती है, क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग भी आ रही होती है,
हम्म.
प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग भी आ रही होती है, सारी चीजें हो रही है.
वेरी ट्रू.
और वो टीचर भी आपकी फेवरेट हो जाती है, और वो बड़ी आपकी डार्लिंग बच्चे भी हो जाते हैं. सो दिस इज छोटी सी एक नॉट है जो हमें आराम से खोलनी है. इसके बाद एवरीथिंग विल बी वेरी स्मूथ. अब वी आर नॉट इवन रेडी, नॉट विलिंग टू इवन गो फॉर इट. तो व्हाट डू यू एक्सपेक्ट फ्रॉम आवर स्टूडेंट्स एंड फ्रॉम आवर अदर टास्क? फिर क्लास मैनेजमेंट की वर्कशॉप्स इसी चलती रहेंगी. हम लोग इसी तरह परेशान हाल सर पे हाथ रख के बोलेंगे कि बच्चे बड़े शरीर हो गए हैं, आई कैन नॉट
हम्म.
मैनेज. और मैं तो
टोटली
बड़े
मेक
अच्छे तरीके
सेंस.
से पढ़ाती हूँ.
या
एंड आई एम नॉट highlighting anybody, it's me, it's you, it can be anybody. हम टीचर एक
Very true.
कम्युनिटी हैं
Yeah.
और अवेयरनेस हमारा काम है. ये छोटी छोटी सी
बिल्कुल.
चीजें अगर आपने कहीं पढ़ा है तो इम्प्लीमेंट करो, क्योंकि उसके बाद देयर आर गोइंग टू बी सम ऑब्स्टिकल्स आल्सो, उसको सॉल्व करें. थिंग्स आर नॉट दैट मच इजी. आप चीज को ग्रांटेड लोगे तो हमारे मसले हल नहीं होंगे, क्योंकि एंड में हमारा वही है बच्चा. द
Hmm.
मोस्ट 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 इम्पोर्टेंट.
Hmm. And everything depends a lot on the authority as well, the leadership authority, I mean. I think the
Okay,
yes, you got stuck in
I'm
the
back,
top.
I'm back, I'm
Yeah,
back.
you're back. I'm glad. And like
I got
everything,
this notification.
yeah. So a lot of these things also depend on the leadership authority of the like management, the brand as well, or any management that's running a particular institute. क्योंकि हम workshops करवाने में तो काफी माहिर हो चुके हैं, but हम follow up नहीं लेते ना. अगर फॉलो अप टाइम एंड अगेन लिया जाए, अगर टीचर्स को ये चेक भी तो किया जाए ना कि भाई
But
आपने अगर एक इतनी वर्कशॉप्स करवा दी तो उसका आउटकम क्या बना, आया वो चीजें क्लासरूम्स में इनकॉर्पोरेट हो भी
exactly.
रही हैं या नहीं हो रही. तो दिस इज समथिंग इम्पोर्टेंट नो दैट वी शुड
But
टेक केयर
then,
ऑफ.
Javeria, for this, I would recommend, and I firmly believe that being honest with your profession is the most important thing, because you know the system over here, you know our society. Everywhere is the same. Even if you're talking about education sector,
Yeah,
if you're talking about other organization, then comes the responsibility of a teacher
very true.
as an individual. If I have taken something from you, this is my duty to, I should implement that thing. I should
Yes.
not worry that somebody is here to follow, because if because I am teaching, I'm responsible now.
Hmm.
That is more important for me. देखो अगर इसकी बात करते हैं ना, तो हमें बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड बहुत ऑनेस्ट होना चाहिए कि ये सिस्टम सिर्फ एजुकेशन में नहीं है, कहीं भी नहीं है पाकिस्तान, सॉरी टू
Sad.
से. और
Hmm.
उसके लिए एज अ इंडिविजुअल आई हैव टू बी वेरी सिंसियर एंड ऑनेस्ट विथ माय वर्क.
Makes
एंड
sense.
हम उस पे आप अगर बात करती हैं तो देन हमें अपनी इस्लामिक वैल्यूज को अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम में लेकर आना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल.
ठीक है, तो कहीं नजर नहीं आती. ठीक.
बिल्कुल.
इस्लामिक वैल्यूज से व्हाट आई फर्मली बिलीव कि जब हम इस्लामिक वैल्यूज में, तो उसमें सबसे पहले रिस्पेक्ट आती है, आपका ट्रस्ट बिल्डअप होता है, ऑनेस्टी आती है,
कोड ऑफ
जो
कॉन्डक्ट आ गया
किसी भी
आपका सब कुछ.
आप डिनाई नहीं कर सकते. अगर ये
बिल्कुल.
चीजें आएंगी तो जवेरिया डेफिनेटली जो भी करेगी अपने बिहाफ पे करेगी. शी डजंट केयर कि कोई इसको मॉनिटर कर रहा है नहीं, उसका काम परफेक्ट होगा. उसको जो स्ट्रगल्स आ रही होंगी वो एज अ जवेरिया, एज अ इंडिविजुअल आ रही होंगी.
एज एन इंडिविजुअल.
एंड जवेरिया, आई हैव वर्कड इन डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, दिस इज माय पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस. कितनी भी बुरी मैनेजमेंट हो, आई एम टेलिंग यू, कितनी भी बुरी हो, I have worked with lots of people whom I called, they were sleeping in their offices. They know nothing about what is going around in the school. But still,
ट्रू.
अगर टीचर सिंसियर हो, ऑनेस्ट हो, और उसको पता है मेरा काम क्या है, तो आप यकीन करें उससे बहुत बड़ा फर्क आता है. एंड सेकेंडली, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन या मैनेजमेंट आपको कभी मना नहीं करेगी स्टेप्स लेने. बहुत सी सॉरी टू, मैं थोड़ा सा और ऐड करना चाहूंगी इफ यू अलाउ.
श्योर श्योर.
बहुत सी फैक्टर्स होते हैं कि हम लोग जब ट्रेनिंग्स करवा रहे होते हैं, वर्कशॉप करवा रहे होते हैं, एंड वी आर इनटू कॉन्फ्रेंसेस एंड ऑल दैट, लाइक विद पीपल इंटरैक्टिंग. बहुत से जो न्यू कमर्स होती हैं, यंग हमारी बच्चियां होती हैं एज अ टीचर्स, दे से यार हमारी मैनेजमेंट में सपोर्ट नहीं करेगी इस चीज में, दे विल नेवर एक्सेप्ट दीस थिंग्स. लेकिन आई एम टेलिंग यू कि व्हेन यू आर गिविंग देम समथिंग आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स and the results are amazing, वो कुछ भी नहीं बोलेंगे. They will
आई
accept
एग्री.
you.
आई
It's
एग्री.
that they will not वो first step नहीं लेते, लेकिन when you'll take the first step, they will always be with you, क्योंकि response तो अच्छा आ रहा है ना. जितनी
बिल्कुल.
बुरी से बुरी मैनेजमेंट हो, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन कैसी भी हो, लेकिन अगर उनको
And the needful is
amazing
being
results
done,
मिले,
right? Matlab the needful is being done, so what's harm? I mean, what's the
yes,
problem in that?
so they'll be more than happy with you.
Yeah.
Why would they stop you? In fact,
पेरेंटल
after
बॉडी
that,
अलग खुश होती है फिर जाहिर है कि
after that they are going to ask others to join you, and this is very true. People join you, other teachers are going to follow you.
बिल्कुल.
When you do something amazingly different from others for the betterment of a child,
Hmm.
This is my observation experience, and others, those who have taken the step, they will also uh, favor me that yes, and agree with me that yes, this happens. Others are going to follow you. You are going to lead, but others are going to follow you. And
Follow
the
you.
school management is more than happy to go with such acts.
You know, one can be a trendsetter in this regard.
So my
It,
advice for the uh, sorry.
one can be a trendsetter in this regard, right? कि एक ट्रेंड सेट कर दिया ना, एक एक अच्छा सा एक इनकलाब सा बर्पा हो गया, मतलब कुछ करके, तो अच्छी बात है ना, उसके बाद तो फिर लोग फॉलो करते हैं.
So I firmly believe, जवेरिया देखो, आप टीचिंग करो ना, तो टीचिंग ये सोच के नहीं करना कि मुझे किसी की मैनेजमेंट को जवाब दूंगी मैं. आप ये सोचो कि मुझे आगे जाके जवाब देना है. यू
Very
आर
true.
रिस्पॉन्सिबल
Yeah.
फॉर
And
लॉट्स ऑफ
personally, you see,
चिल्ड्रन.
been doing that. I mean,
And
वो तो एक
like a
generic.
doctor,
Yeah.
everyone is responsible, but teaching is the most important. I have seen many student, बहुत से ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स को मैं अपने आंखों से देखा है जिन्होंने टीचर सिर्फ पढ़ाई इसलिए छोड़ दी, या मे बी उनका इंटरेस्ट इसलिए लूज हुआ कि टीचर्स का
Rapport
बिहेवियर,
नहीं है.
टीचर को स्ट्रेटजीज नहीं आती थी.
Hmm.
एग्जैक्टली, एंड दे वर अनएबल टू कोप अप विद द चाइल्ड्स माइंड कि वो मैं
बिल्कुल.
बच्चा क्या चाह रहा है.
Hmm.
Trusting, they were following their own trends and their own strategies and thoughts कि हमने ऐसे पढ़ा
बिल्कुल.
था, and अब ये सारी क्लास यही पढ़ेगी. So we have to stop this, and we don't have to just attend all the workshops and remember this. अच्छा मैंने ली है, that's it. No, if you have
Hmm.
taken any workshop, if you have listened to any important thing, you have to implement that, क्योंकि उसके बाद भी आपको struggle करनी पड़ती है. बट जो
बिल्कुल.
भी अब टीचिंग में आए, आई वुड सजेस्ट कि अगर आप टीचिंग में आते हो ना, तो यू शुड बी वेरी सिंसियर विद दिस प्रोफेशन, वरना डोंट गो फॉर इट, कोई और प्रोफेशन
Very
पढ़ो.
true. Same. I second you big time in this regard because it actually hurts to the core. Being a very serious and a very passionate educator myself, and Alhamdulillah, it's been 13.5 years for like that I am here in the industry as well. So बड़ा दुख होता है ये देख के कि यार लोग क्यों मजाक करते हैं मतलब इस प्रोफेशन के साथ. It's just not only about a source of income. ये खाली एक नौकरी नहीं है, एक जॉब नहीं है.
No,
It's a
no,
responsibility, एक टास्क है बहुत बड़ा. आप मुस्तकबिल के मेहमान ऐसे ही तो नहीं ना, आप पे लेबल लग गया, हम पे लेबल लग गया ये वाला.
exactly. You know, the word we use, it's a noble profession. We only use
Yes,
this word. We don't realize. We don't even realize. But like, I'm a mom of 4 children, Alhamdulillah.
माशाल्लाह.
And when they talk about their teachers, and like it's really, it hurts me. Here, because if you want to know about the teacher, just sit with the child and ask about it. They will
I
be very
agree.
honest. So this is something very hurting inside me, that even after so many years, maybe I wasn't a good teacher or whatever, but
Hmm.
I at least tried. I tried to adopt things. I tried to learn. And this is the message for everyone, especially the newcomers, that don't take it granted. This is not something easygoing profession. This is a very serious and challenging profession. And if you really want to teach, then come in this profession. Otherwise, don't mess up with
And
others.
plus, if one has that, like bend of mind, also a very soft spot for kids. मतलब कुछ वो वाले लोग होते हैं ना जिनसे बच्चा हल्का सा भी बेचारा इतना सा चूं से चां करता है तो बर्दाश्त नहीं होता कि यार ये तो शोर कर रहा है. तो भाई kids are not going to make noise, or if they're not going to enjoy or celebrate their beings, then who will? It is the teacher who has to have the command on all these things, right? That's where we
Like
come in with the idea of rapport building. कि rapport तो बनाए बच्चे के साथ.
like Javeria, I would like to share my experience. One more, sorry, I'm sorry if I'm taking too long.
No,
One
no,
more
absolutely not. That's what we're
example.
here for. I mean, yeah.
Uh, I am dealing with the English language students. Okay,
Hmm.
80% of the students have the same complaint that when we speak English, people start making fun of us. Okay,
Yeah. This is a
and
serious
it
problem.
they
Yes.
they stop talking in English and taking
Hmm.
it serious when this
Hmm.
happened in the class in front of the teacher. And sometimes, unfortunately, the teacher is the
Hmm.
one who is making
Yeah.
fun.
I
So,
agree.
uh,
Right.
what to say? How to create awareness that making fun of anything, and especially when you're making fun of students who are here to learn from us.
Learn something.
We are
Yes.
not. We don't have the right to judge anybody. We should not be
यार
judgmental
ये
that
वही
that
वाली
person
बात है ना कि
cannot speak.
they're so ignorant themselves, I would say. I mean, I'm sorry to say, being an educator, I'm using this kind of a terminology which is pretty derogatory for, but anybody, I mean, I downright use this term for anyone who, if I see somebody who's making fun of a child, I mean, that is something very inhuman one could do. कि self esteem crush करना is something so horrible. I mean, it's, I would consider this as a crime, you see. बिकॉज एक बच्चा सीखने आ रहा है, हम उसे वहां अगर वो एक सेफ माहौल प्रोवाइड नहीं कर सकते, तो सबसे पहले तो वी फेल एज एन एजुकेटर राइट देयर, कि हम उसको सेफ्टी नहीं दे सक रहे,
Exactly.
हम उसे सेफ्टी नहीं दे सक
We
रहे ना, तो
failed.
फायदा क्या है फिर जब बच्चा हम पे
वही
भरोसा कर
बात
रहा
आ
है.
गई कि awareness. We have to train our teachers to teach properly with values, with discipline, with ethics. Then we have to figure out for our children कि उनको क्या सिखाना है. पहले हम खुद तो सीख लें
और पता है
और
आपको,
सीखने के
मैंने
बाद
मतलब ओवर द इयर्स एक बात बहुत नोट की है, लाइक अंग्रेजी ही हमेशा से पढ़ाया है जब से एंटर हुई मैं इस डोमेन में, कि बहुत से बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं, एक तो बेचारे दे टेक यू नो ऑलमोस्ट फॉरएवर टू कम आउट ऑफ देयर शेल, और जब वो आ भी जाते हैं स्पीकिंग एग्जाम्स वाले दिन उनकी हालतें एकदम फ्रोजन होती हैं कि ओ माय गॉड हाउ आर वी गोइंग टू डू समथिंग, यू नो दे लाइक काइंड ऑफ स्वेटिंग एंड पैल्पिटेटिंग. फिर जब फाइनली आप इतनी तरह से उनको इंकरेज कर करा के एक क्लास के सामने ले आते हो किसी तरह, और they manage to come in the front of the crowd to speak, you know, for like 2-3 minutes on that given topic, तो इवन अगर बच्चा गलत भी बोलता है ना, मतलब टॉपिक कुछ है वो टोटली इरेलीवेंट भी बोल रहा होगा, या फिर उसकी ग्रामर सिंटैक्स ब्रोकन है, मैं आई ऑलवेज मेक इट अ पॉइंट, आई ऑलवेज मेक श्योर कि आई नेवर फ्लिंच, या मेरा कोई एक्सप्रेशन ऐसा टेढ़ा मेढ़ा ना हो कि बच्चा कंफ्यूज हो जाए, या मैं उस वक्त उसको रोकूं बीच में. आई जस्ट लेट दैट चाइल्ड गो इन द फ्लो, no matter whatever that child, you know, is speaking, even if it's not matching with the content, एटलीस्ट उसके अंदर उस वक्त जो कॉन्फिडेंस का एक बूस्ट मुझे फील हो रहा होता है ना, कि वो खुला तो उसने बोलना तो शुरू किया पब्लिक के सामने, दैट इज व्हाट वी वांटेड ऑल अलोंग. नो, आराम से बाद में उसकी काउंसलिंग की जा
definitely
सकती है इन प्राइवेट, के बेटा आपने इस टॉपिक पे यू नो मतलब जो बात करनी थी, मे बी अगर ये पॉइंट्स डालते तो इट वुड हैव मेड मोर सेंस, बट उस वक्त जो उसको एक सेंस ऑफ लिबरेशन, सेंस ऑफ एक इंडिपेंडेंस फील होती है ना बोलते वक्त, और फिर बच्चे जो क्लैप करते हैं एंड में, जो उसका मोरल बूस्ट होता है, यू नो यू ऑल्सो प्रेज एंड ऑल दैट, तो इट्स जस्ट सो ब्यूटिफुल, यू नो. बच्चों को खुश करना एक बहुत जरूरी चीज है. इट्स नॉट दैट आई मीन क्रशिंग देयर
very
मोरल,
important, very important.
वेरी
That's
इंपॉर्टेंट.
very important, the most important thing.
So I believe all of us educators should be, you know, definitely looking into this thing, because it's something super significant. We cannot overlook these kind of important things, because that's what makes a healthy classroom, right?
Yeah, and that's the need of the time.
Absolutely.
We cannot just follow the old patterns and all stereotype of things. We have to adopt the new things, and that is the change. And that's beneficial for everyone, for you,
Totally.
for me, for our children, for our society.
Totally. I hope that
I
almost, you
think the
know,
meeting is about,
sorry, come back, please.
I think the meeting is about to end.
Yes, it's also about to end. I was just looking at that
We,
as
we
well.
are left. Me too. I think less than we have 1 minute.
Yeah, but I'm glad that at least we were able to, you know, like contribute at least our part to the audience as to what we think, and you know what we have been personally doing, and you know like dealing with all along in these, you know, mashallah, like yesteryears of our teaching career. I hope for us to do the same in this regard, and I'm so glad that mashallah I was able to have you with me on board, and you know,
Inshallah,
and you
inshallah.
shared, you know, your wonderful experiences. And I really hope, and it's a request to all the audience, the public that is looking at us, to you know actually take away
And I
something from
have
this.
enjoyed the conversation with you.
Same here,
Quite
same here.
beautiful.
It was an absolute
And it
privilege to
was
you know
like the
have.
response you were giving me, I felt that
Thank you so much. It
it's an
really means a
honor
lot. I
being
think it's a
with you.
privilege. यार माशाल्लाह, you know
Thank you
इतने
so much.
मसरूफ आपने टाइम निकाला, and you know you were here to share your wonderful experience. So okay, we've got like a couple of seconds now before this, you know, stream comes to an end. So I would request, you know, the onlookers from our side, from both of our side, that they should take away something, you know, from this very like incredible session, and they should work on all these learning strategies and the learning landscape that has been shared here, in order to incorporate all of these things in their classroom. And please, please, please understand your roles and responsibilities as an educator, as a mentor, because it just does not end in the classroom. It is a thing way beyond. Like day in and day out, we need to work on these practices in order to develop children with healthy mindsets and a bright future. So thank you for all of you who have joined, and thank you so much, Ms.
Bye
Umaira.
bye.
Bye bye. Have a good day.
Thank
Allah
you so
Hafiz.
much.